Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Precious Adekunle. I'm fine by Precious. All right, so what I'm going to be talking about today is how I got delivered from the addiction of social media.
Yes, from the addiction, not my addiction. From the addiction of social media, from my addiction of social media, from how I got delivered from the addiction of social media, my addiction of social media. In fact, how deliverance occurred in my life concerning social media. You get it, people.
English is not my first language. I'm a Yoruba girl, typical one. All right, so my first mistake was not realizing that I actually was addicted to social media. I don't know why I never thought about it as an addiction. All I just knew was I was always spending so much time on social media, and it was always very hard for me to get off social media. So I can just open my Instagram app and I'm there for hours just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. No, see, 0.0000000000000% of my life, nothing about me is on Instagram. Maybe if you zoom into my profile picture, maybe you now get a glimpse of my nose, my eye, my teeth, everything. Like, I'm just sharing my testimony and I'm trying to I'm trying to carry you guys along the journey till my freedom. I just had an account in year 2017 and I just followed every followable person. And the most interesting thing is that what you see is not even about people you follow, because if you just scroll to the other side of Instagram, I think it's news feeds or something like that, you see every kind of thing, natural air whatsoever. If you're, why am I trying to explain Instagram to you like nobody knows into Instagram out here? Everybody here, I know you are using Instagram, all right? Well, if you're not, that's Instagram for you. I never used to spend that much time on Instagram until 2018. I'm not exactly sure why, but all of a sudden I just realized that I just take out my phone and I start scrolling, and I'm there 1 hour, I'm there 2 hours, I'm there 3 hours, and I am trying to stop. Literally, I'm telling myself that, Precious, you have to stop. Like, you have to get off this app. And if at all I just manage to get out from the app for whatsoever reason, maybe a call comes in or a message comes in or I have to check my email or something, if at all I get out of the app, I'll just be wandering around my phone apps. I'll keep swiping to the left, to the right. I'm looking for Facebook. I probably don't have Facebook app on my phone. I'm trying to download it. You see that Instagram, as soon as I open it, I'm stuck. Legit, from that time to the end of the day, I'm sure 100%, this is last year 2018, I'm sure I never did anything productive, or I did not do anything productive after the time throughout that day anymore. Like, if I was studying, and as soon as I take out my Instagram, I start going through it. Legit, I'm not studying for the OD, and that's it. And that went on and on for days. I obviously was enjoying it because, you know, that's why I actually first have an account. That's why I actually keep going to my Instagram, because obviously, like, you just want to catch up on people, see what people are posting. If it's that you're enjoying it, if it's that you're trying to use it to stalk people, or your business is on it, whatever reason that takes you back to Instagram is what you have to first conquer. All right, so I probably just enjoyed looking at people styling their hair, people wearing makeup that I'm not so much interested in. And Instagram is wild. Even when you're trying to control what you view or what you see, other feeds are coming and you're following somebody that is liking a post that you're not so comfortable with. Like, it just got very wild. And then I noticed that it was beginning to distract me. Thirdly, I noticed that I was beginning to get exposed to things that like I'll come out Instagram and I'll still be resonating on whatever I'd seen from Instagram, and I'm like, oh, can I get this out of my head? Like legit, that was what was happening to me. Like I said, I didn't know it was an addiction, and I did not know that people actually are addicted to social media until I came across some video today on YouTube, and I was like, wait, what? So wait, it's not just me. Okay, we gotta share how the Lord separated me, or the Lord delivered me legit. I got to a point whereby I actually thought to myself that, do you know this is a problem and you need help? Because I could not help myself. So basically that was like my life with Instagram 2018 up until I think early this year. Now let me tell you people something. You won't randomly in year 2018, if you go on my phone, you won't see an Instagram app on my phone. So as soon as I'm out of the bondage of I'm there for hours, and then after I'm done with it, I delete the app. It's like, you know, that feeling I'm getting right there, like I shouldn't be doing this my time. I should have studied. Do you know how far I would have gone? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. My head is calculating. Next thing that comes to my head is delete it. So I delete it. You guys, come on, it's just App Store. It takes you less than 1 minute to re-download it back. The same cycle kept on happening and kept on happening. So fast forward to around April this year. My testimony is really recent, okay? I fast forward to around April this year. And April obviously is the month of exam. I think I can remember so clearly. It was on a Sunday afternoon till evening. I was on Instagram and I just kept on going. I kept on going, scrolling. My phone was on 20%. I put it on battery safe mode, 10%, and I kept on watching. 5%, 3%. My phone will die. Maybe when it dies, I would get myself together and study. My phone died, and I remember I was lying down on my bed facing the ceiling, and I was like, I can't do this. This is getting out of hand. I'm actually supposed to be studying. I'm wasting time on this. I don't want to have a life on Instagram that I'm maybe trying to monitor or trying to follow up on. And before this day, I'd thought about deleting my Instagram account permanently. So that day I made up my mind that I was going to delete my Instagram permanently. So I remember that day I just started crying that I cannot do this. Like, what's wrong with me? I cannot talk myself out of it. Like, I cannot stop. What? Instagram is controlling me. My time that I'm supposed to be spending doing precious things, studying, than spend hours on Instagram that is not even profiting me. At this point, there was no profit in it. There was no any gaining of anything. I like deceiving myself. Then let me tell you the truth, because when I scroll and see every other thing, when I see, maybe I'll just stumble at maybe one gospel artist post, and I'll just, that song, hallelujah, sing the song 2 seconds. In my mind, I'm deceiving myself that, you know, at least I'm singing song now, I'm worshiping in the middle of it. That's just the devil, all right, deceiving you. So basically, I looked up to the ceiling and I was just crying that they have an exam this day. I'm not fully prepared for it. I had to study. I had to do something. And my phone had already charged a bit. So I took my phone. I called a friend that was older than me that I'd spent time with before that day, you know, prior to that time. And I'd seen that this person will be studying. This friend, she'll be studying, and maybe she just wants to take like 5-minute break. She'll go on Instagram, scroll on Instagram, drop her phone and continue studying. And I'm amazed. I'm literally looking and I'm amazed. I'm like, like previous times I'd seen her do this time and time again. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to call this person. I picked up my phone. I was like, hello, hi, da. I've been trying to study, I have an exam. She's like, yeah, I know you have an exam. So I was like, but I cannot stop scrolling on Instagram. She was like, that's serious. So I was like, I'm not on Instagram right now, but the motivation to study is not more there. I'm struggling and I need help. I'm sure in her head she's trying to like resonate, like what's this girl trying to tell me? Because she, on the other hand, she does not have that kind of issue. I told you, she's studying or she's doing something, or she takes her phone, scrolls through Instagram every once in a while and drops it back. And it's not as if she deletes the Instagram after she's done, unlike me. So I just thought, you know what, I can call her. So I spoke to her, and then she could not relate. Definitely not. She could not relate. And she obviously just tried to like motivate me and talk me back to studying and how important I have to study and everything. So I remember I was like, okay, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. Okay, I'll go back and study. She said every word that a normal sane person will hear and go back to study. But it wasn't working for me. It didn't work for me. Nope, it was not working for me. So I knew there and there that I need God's help, like I need God intervention. And I realized then that I actually never spoke to God about it, and many of us find ourselves in situations like that. Like if it's the, oh, I need a job, we know that we should talk to God about it. Honestly, there's some little things that young people struggle with. I'm sure it never crossed their mind that, I can actually take it to God in prayer. And this is exactly what God wants from us. I'm sure God in heaven must have been watching me all this while that I've been struggling with it, and I'd end up not studying or doing anything productive that day. I'm sure God is watching me like, girl, I know you have a problem, but man's gonna stay in his space. I'm gonna be on my own. And the moment where you think, okay, I can bring God into the picture, and then he intervenes. So I think that day I was done. I was fed up. I just knew that God had to help me. All right, there and there I started crying, and I just started talking out. Like I started talking to God. And I remember the words I said that day. I was telling God that I need help. I would rather spend this time in your presence doing things that matters than social media, Instagram. There and there I just started singing, and I remember I sang for 1 hour, and then I slept off. I woke up in the morning, I've prepared for my exam. I did the exam, and obviously like that was all for the semester. I deleted my Instagram app from the month of April up until August. I just opened the account. I opened a new account, and then up until now, even if Instagram crosses my mind, before I remember to go on Instagram, it's probably when I'm about to sleep and I'm just going to my phone and I'm just like, oh, Instagram. Boom. There's somebody shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. So basically God heard my cry. That was for sure. God heard my cry, and just so that I was not just saying it as a word of prayer. I myself, I was fed up. I wanted a change. I'd say I had 2 deliverances, The fact that I prayed to God, I deleted my account, and after I reopened the new one, I didn't used to spend that much time on Instagram any longer. And after I closed the application on my phone, I can go back to do what I was doing before I opened it, or I can still do something productive. I do not spend 5 hours on Instagram at a stretch. Nope, I don't have that much time for it any longer. I can go days without even opening the app on my phone. and I give God all the glory. So then I realized that I keep taking all the big problems I think is big towards God during prayer time, and I keep the small things, like I'm telling God that, God, you handle those ones, I'll handle this one. And trust me, that's not what God wants. That's not what God desire from the relationship we have with Him. That's not, if I'm in a relationship with God, I'm not expected to keep a certain amount of things or decide what amount of things I'm telling God. Is I've brought Him into my life as the Lord over my soul, is in charge basically. So I should be able to communicate with God and say, I brushed my teeth this morning and I injured my gum, and I don't want that to happen again because I was bleeding. Do you understand? Okay, that's like a very, very lame example, but I'm just trying to say that, come on, cast all your burdens, every of your problems, like, because at this point I've spoken to man. I told you I called a friend. I've spoken to man. She could not relate. I tried every possible means available to man to stop that addiction from social media. It did not work. Instead, the time I spent on Instagram just kept on increasing like that. The more I actually tried to stop with my effort, it kept on increasing, until that day I literally cried to God and I was like, I am fed up. You have to do something. I'm begging you. I am sorry for not telling you this long time, and I call you what, my best friend, Holy Spirit. That's not how it works. My word of advice, my prayer to anybody addicted to something or another, do you know what, let me tell you, so you won't waste 1 year of your life not knowing you're addicted to something before you then realize it, after you made all the mistakes you can possibly make. You're addicted to something when you cannot literally do without it. You cannot do without it. Sister and my brothers, you're addicted, right? You spend too much time than needed doing such things. It's an addiction. And guess what? You have someone who you can call on. You have somebody who you can cry to. Call on God. He's going to hear you cry. Prayer to God is that, to anybody that come across this video and is struggling to do away with something or the other, I pray that God in heaven that helped me to stop, to do away with social media with ease, will also help you to stop whatever it is you're trying to stop spending time on. It will help you and you will be amazed. And let me just say this, if you're not yet tired or done with this whatever thing you're addicted to, and you want to go before God, you can't deceive God, you can't play God, you cannot. Come on, it's God now. He knows everything. Until you're in the state of total surrender, until when you've made up your mind, like most people know they're struggling with some things, but people still find enjoyment in it. Remember, I said that I was enjoying it at some point. If at that time I was probably telling God, oh God, please help me, but I didn't mean it, because part of me still wanted to spend time using that app, Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Just comment, like, subscribe, share. I love you. You love me. We both love God. Love us.